Good morning, everyone. I hope you're doing well today. Have you ever heard the saying, you reap what you sow? Did you know that that saying came from the Bible? I just wanted to share with you the passage that it comes from this morning. Galatians chapter 6, starting at verse 7, it says, "Don't be deceived. God is not mocked. For whatever a person sows, he will also reap. Because the one who sows to his flesh will reap destruction from the flesh. But the one who sows to the Spirit will reap eternal life from the Spirit. Let us not get tired of doing good, for we will reap at the proper time if we don't give up." You will reap what you sow. And to me, when I think about that concept, it's like, what are you investing your time in? Just think about how you spend your day. How much of a given day do you spend with the Lord? How much time do you spend in prayer? How much do you spend reading His Word? How much do you spend of the day trying to love your neighbor as yourself, reaching out to people around you, compared to how much time you spend doing your job, or how much time you spend on social media or your hobbies, whatever you fill your time with? Where does God fit into that? And the whole human experience, I kind of talked about this a little bit last week. We're always trying to fight against our flesh. It's like, will we let the Spirit lead us, or will we let our human nature, our fleshly desires, continue to lead us in our everyday life? And that's kind of what Paul is talking about here. If we invest into gratifying our flesh, not spending time with the Lord, that's what we're going to reap. We're going to reap more of that. The more that we spend away from God, it's just going to make it harder for us to get back to Him, to get to the place that we need to be. And on the other hand, if we sow rather time with the Lord, spending it in prayer, spending it with Him, if we do that more and more every day, it becomes easier, and we'll reap that, and it will become what our future looks like. I was listening to a pastor this past week, and he was talking about this concept. He was talking about how it is a spiritual discipline. He compared it to athletes who train physically. This is something that we have to train for spiritually. And he used this illustration from, granted it was a secular book, but I think it still applies to this. He was talking about, the author of that book was saying, if you invest 1% of your day into something, whatever it may be, over time, that 1% investment will become exponentially greater as time goes on. And this pastor was trying to say, if you spend 1% of your day with the Lord and add on to that every day, just 1% more than what you did before, just imagine what you will reap in the future, the benefits of a closer walk and talk with the Lord. I don't know about you all, but that sounds amazing. Just a little bit each day. And it's been really powerful for me, because it's just like, I feel like a lot of times I'm so busy, and sometimes, whether you like to admit it or not, God is on the back burner, and it shouldn't be that way. But sometimes to get to that point where we're just so close with the Lord and striving for what He wants from us, sometimes it just takes that 1%. So my challenge to you today is take that step, take that 1% step. What can you do today to sow into your relationship with the Lord? And just imagine the benefits that you will reap down the road. So I hope that encourages you this morning. I love you all. Hope you have a wonderful day.